problem with my spare tire on my E46. The valve stem broke off in my hand when I was trying to pump it up. So every once in a while you should definitely be checking your spare tire and make sure that it's properly inflated with air, especially because you don't want to be broken down on the side of the road and realize that you only got 20 psi in your spare tire like my son did. So I was checking the E46, and just by wiggling this around a little bit to get the air hose connected to it, it broke off in my hand. So obviously this is not going to work. It's not going to hold any air. So how do I fix that? Usually well, I went to an a tire store to try to get a new tire, and what they told me was this is a dealer item, so they can't install new tires on donuts. So what am I going to do? I have to go to the dealer. It's going to cost a couple $100 to get a new tire or a new wheel assembly, because it comes as a kit, and I didn't want to do that for a couple $100. So all I need is new stem, but you can't put a new stem in usually unless you break the bead around the edge here and then get it in from behind. But I found this kit online, and so I'm going to see how it works, and I'll let you know. So the first thing you need to do is you need to get this hook that they give you in the kit inside the hole here and take out the old valve stem. So mine has a hole in it. I could probably push it down through the middle, but the way you're supposed to do it if your valve stem is intact is you push the stem to the side and you push this hook in through the side, pushing the stem out of the way, and there, it popped in. And so now that it popped into place, make sure the camera's here so you can see this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it a quarter turn to get that hook into the stem, into the middle of the stem, and pull it straight up. And it didn't take the whole thing out, so I'm going to push it in from the other side, turn it halfway or a quarter turn, and pull it up from the other side. What I don't want to do is I don't want to lose any of the stem bits inside the tire, so I'm going to be very careful at this point to try to get all these bits up out of the hole without losing any of it. Okay, and so by being careful I was able to get it all out. It's all mangled and everything, and this is because the rubber had completely deteriorated on this thing, and so now it's really brittle and falling apart. But I believe I got all the pieces without having any of it stuck down inside the hole. So I'm just going to clean up around the hole that's left. I'm going to get down and I'm going to clean around the edge to make sure it's a nice smooth surface for the new one to mate to. They give you 2 new valve stems in the kit, and to get those into this hole, which would probably be nearly impossible if they didn't also give you this tool here without breaking the bead. Like I said, if you break the bead, obviously you can install this from the rear underneath inside the wheel, and that's how it's usually done, but they give you this tool here, and you can press it in with this, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so what you do is you take your the valve stem, one of the valve stems that they give you, you remove the cap, and then you thread it onto this metal rod that they give you. So I've threaded it on all the way. Now what you got to do is you use this tube. You place that right over the hole and you use some lubricant. I'm going to use this rubber seal conditioner lubricant, and so I'll spray down the end that's going to go into the hole, and also spray some into this tool. And then what you do is you press it firmly down into the tire. There you go. And it should slide right through. Make sure you lubricate the whole entire length of this tube. And so now if I pull up on the tube, you can see that the stem is in there. So I got the metal rod right here and the stem is right here, and the stem went all the way through. Let me get the other one so I can show you. The stem went all the way through, and now it's seated in there, and there's a lip on all stems, and so it's seated below this lip. Now what I gotta do is pull it back through, pull it up through to seat it into place. So I'm just gonna pull up and it pops into place right like that. And now you just unscrew the tool from the stem, and now you have a valve stem installed properly into the tire. Okay, now I've inflated the tire to 60 psi, which is what it recommends on the sidewall, and it's holding air. It's great. I don't have any issues. I'll let you know if it continues to work without any problems.